I just bought the cheapest mini skid steer on Amazon. Before we go into the details of this mini skid steer, let me get properly dressed for this type of video. So why did I go with this particular machine? Well, first of all, I did not want to go with the machine with tracks. I see too many nightmares of people dealing with tracks coming off. I just didn't want to deal with that. I want to be able to use the machine and not have any issues. So I went with a machine that had wheels. What was the cheapest machine with wheels that I could get? And ideally something with some sort of warranty, where like an auction machine, even if I was able to find one on like a reseller on Facebook, if something goes wrong with the machine, I don't have any kind of warranty to get parts. Now I know I'm not having any labor covered, but at least I'll have some parts covered if I have an issue within the first year. So I ended up spending the $100 extra and getting the one with the Briggs & Stratton engine versus the Rattle engine. And the reason being is I figured it would be easier to find parts for this engine when I need to get parts. I don't know if that's really the case or not, but it was only $100, so I figured I'd spend the $100 for the upgrade. The one on Amazon only has the Rattle engines listed, where on the website it had the Briggs & Stratton engine listed. So one of the first things you gotta know when you first get this machine and you get it unloaded and you go to fire it up, mine had a little bit of gas in it. I did fill up the tank. Is that there's a couple steps you need to do to start this thing. The first thing is this lever here. Just put it in the center. If that's your hydraulic, so if it's in the center, your hydraulics are off, so the engine can spin freely to start. If your hydraulics are on, that's going to be a lot of pressure on the engine, and it's going to be difficult if it even starts at all. This is your throttle control here, and then right here is going to be your fuel cutoff. So the fuel's cut off, you just switch it to the fuel on. When you're done using it, cut off the fuel. This down here is going to be for your power switch. So pushed in is going to be off, and then you twist it, and that's going to be your on position. Now keep in mind, if you an idiot like me and left this thing on overnight, I ended up adding 12 hours to my hour meter, not even running, just because the power's on. So whenever the power's on, your hour meter is running. So what kind of cool functions do you have with this machine? I mean, you don't have AC, you don't have a radio, but you do have a horn. It's your first button. The next button is going to be your fan for the hydraulics. And the last button over here is going to be for your headlight, in case you want to drive it at night or something. I don't know. So let's look at your basic controls here. That's going to be your right track to go forward, right track to go back, left track to go forward, left track to go back. Pretty simple. It's almost like a zero turn in a way. Although, I don't know if it's because of the hydraulic fluid that's in there, because I haven't changed it yet. You can't just like push one fully forward, one fully back, and then just like spin it like that. You're gonna have to turn with both of them going forward and one pushed more than the other. So I don't know if that's because of the limit of the hydraulic system or the oil that's in there or the engine. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. The left side, you have your bucket lift and drop. So left is going to be to drop it, right is going to be to lift it. This is going to be your tilt. Right is going to be to tilt it down. Left is going to be tilted up. So right is down, left is up. And for some reason, I keep getting it backwards. And I can't use the excuse that I'm used to, like the American H pattern or whatever it's called. I don't know why. I just keep going the exact opposite every single time. So I may even look at switching the controls around. But maybe I'll just get used to it over time. I know the mini excavators, people complain about it being really jerky. This is not. This is super smooth. I mean, as long as you're not like, hammering your controls, as long as you're just like feathering your controls a little bit, it runs really smooth. So if you're worried about a machine being jerky, this is not the case, as long as you're smooth on the controls. So I do plan to get a grapple for this machine. I got one on the way, should be here in a week or two. I do have pallet forks, clamp onto the buckets. my idea was I was going to use those to pick up brush. It wasn't working the greatest for doing that. But I will have a separate video on the forks. We got two different sizes for the compound forks, both from Vivor. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Maybe I'll get the video posted sooner than later. And then once I get the grapple, I'll have a video showcasing the grapple. This video is only the machine itself with the bucket as it comes. So let's take it for a spin and see what it can do. So this is kind of a really crappy material. I mean, it feels okay, but as you can see, they had tape on here. I took the tape off, it just ripped it right apart. So I think eventually you'll need to figure out some sort of padding for this. The other thing I don't like is the ease of access for the oil. To fill the oil, to check the oil, you can't get to it from this side here at all. Unless it's like under the gas tank or something, I have to remove the gas tank. Either way, it's wherever the oil dipstick is and the oil fill, it's not easily accessible right here. So I'm probably gonna have to take off some sort of panel to get to it. The other thing is you have all your hydraulic lines are exposed right here. So when I was using my forks and trying to lift bigger things of, tree piles and stuff like that, a couple times, the tree limbs were getting close to hitting the hoses, so I had to be extra careful. I think if you had a model or got a model the hoses were, not exposed, there's a benefit to that. Overall, I think it's a really good machine for the money you're spending. It is still a lot of money, but if you look at like the cheapest tractor you can get that has a bucket, you're looking at like maybe 16 to 20 grand. To get one of those. So to get something that will give you some function for a quarter of the price is amazing. It does come with the tool box, so let me show you. Ignore the starting fluid, I actually did not need it, which is kind of amazing. Toolbox. They give you a grease gun. I think that's a grease gun. Some wrenches. I guess that's for the grease gun. That's for the, I don't know what that's for. I mean, this box definitely got wet. I don't know if anything in there is really that great. At least they give you something. That's kind of neat. So I own this machine. I bought it with my own money. So if there's anything in particular you want to see or questions you have about it, feel free to message me because I can always make other videos on this machine if it's something that interests you. If you want to buy one of these, please use my link. Thank you for watching. Aloha. Peace out. Catch you in the next one.